John McCain, undeniably one of the pivotal figures of the last half-century of American political history and military history. The son and grandson of two four-star admirals, he followed them into the Navy and then became a naval aviator. In 1967, he was shot down during a combat mission over North Vietnam, over Hanoi, actually, the middle of the city. He spent 6.5 years as a prisoner of war, some in the notorious Hanoi Hilton. He was repeatedly tortured. His arms were broken, but he still refused offers of early release. When he came home, he became an American hero, of course, 1973. In 1982, he was elected to the House from Arizona, followed by a 1986 election to the Senate. In 2000, he made a pretty strong challenge to George W. Bush for the Republican nomination. He lost, but he did win the nomination in 2008, went on to be defeated by Barack Obama. Since then, he's remained a leader of Republicans in the Senate. Sarah Palin, of course, was his running mate in 2008, and she joins us now by phone. Governor, you there?
I am. Thank you, Tucker.
What's your reaction to this?
Oh, first, beautiful words from Meghan McCain suggesting that, her dad, Senator McCain, he is a fighter. And knowing Senator McCain, he doesn't want us to be anxious. He is one to endure. And, he's going to tell us soon, I'm sure, that we are to use hardships as fuel to endure. And I'm sure that that's how he will face this situation. But, Tucker, personally in politics, goodness, in today's society in general, personal loyalty is really an almost non-existent virtue. And in my life, though, and my family's life, Senator McCain has embodied loyalty, and I can't tell you how rare and valuable and respectful that is, and I just wish more people could know him personally as my family does.
Well, what a kind thing to say about him. In every tribute that we read, I don't know if you heard it, but we read a bunch of different statements from everybody, from former presidents, from Hillary Clinton on both sides. And I think every one of them mentioned his personal courage and toughness. Did that come through in your dealings with him?
Absolutely, absolutely. And his tenacity and his thick skin, which you have to have at the level that he serves. But, obviously he is a fighter. And if I were going to war, I wouldn't want McCain on my side. I'd want him leading the charge. Yeah.
Have you talked to him recently?
The last time I spoke with him, relatively recently, bless his heart, he continues to kind of apologize when I speak with him. We kind of have a good laugh about what the two of us went through together and still go through together and what our families go through in the public eye. And I told him this last go-around, enough of the apologies. I will forever be grateful for the opportunity that he provided me. But, Tucker, I hope that people will understand the humanity in this situation, and those who would put politics in front of diagnosis like Senator McCain is facing right now. They just need to put it bluntly, stop with the cruel comments already and understand what really matters at a time like this, and understand that families who have endured a lot, gone through a lot of hardships, they understand what really matters today.
Yes.
And to put themselves in Cindy and Megan and the other children's shoes, put themselves in the family's shoes and understand that, prayers for their strength and just God's enveloping arms around them will be really made manifest here in these coming days.
Yeah. Well, he comes from a family where there's been an awful lot of suffering. You must have he's got a big family. You do too. I mean, you got to know them as well. Absolutely, and I will forever be grateful to Cindy and John, their kindness that they have shown our family, how wonderful they were, especially to our youngest, our son Trig. He was on the campaign trail when he was only 16 weeks old, and they watched him grow up into a vibrant, happy 9-year-old child, and I knew that they loved him then and that they love him now, and that means a lot to me. And I think that bodes well for Senator McCain's character. Again, the persona that is, kind of portrayed through the media, people just need to know it's not always
the persona that is genuine in that person. And Senator McCain is a good man, and you know, all the best to him and his family. And I appreciate the strength that he is showing, and he will continue to show. And thankful for him.
It's interesting. A guy with a reputation for being very pugnacious, but in private, excellent manners, noticeably gracious manners. I always have noticed that when I'm around him.
Well, that, and he's funny as heck.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Especially when, you know, he gets with a couple of his buddies, and, you know, they're cutting up and telling stories, and he's a good guy.
Governor Palin, thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Thank you, sir.